Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
So welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us a thumbie. They are free. So, as you can probably gather, I am still poorly. Yes, it's taken forever to shift. It's been over a week now, and we now have a reason as to why. Yesterday, on Thursday, I did what felt like my 100th billionth crud test, you know, the COVID that YouTube doesn't like us to talk about, and I have tested positive for the third time. Yay. So I obviously immediately texted my workplace, told them that I've got it for the third time, what do they want me to do, even though I've been in all week anyway, and they told me to take the rest of the week and the weekend off. Which sounds great, but it's unpaid. So, again, yay. Anyway, you're not here to listen to that. You are here on a Friday, and here on a Friday we do Crochet Catch Up. That is where Mike and I fill you in on all the crochet shenanigans we have been up to for the past week. So, are you ready? I have 2 definite FOs and as soon as I've shoved it on my mum's head and checked it's big enough FO. You'll see what I mean in a bit. So, yeah, and I'm going to leave one of the FOs to the end because it correlates with what Mike has got to show. So I will try and get through this as quick as I can because I am still breathless. I apologise in advance for the coughing. There will be coughing. This is the most annoying bout I have had. But there we have it. So, I am going to show you this one first. If you remember on Wednesday, I showed this as a Whip Wednesday. It is living in my What the Flock bag. And there were a couple of moments where I said that exact sentence. But it's all good. It is all good. Now, if you did watch the Whip Wednesday video, there was a couple of things that I brought to your attention. It came out a lot smaller than what I envisaged, and we had a bit of a fiasco regarding a sword. Now, I'm still not happy with the sword element, but the person who has asked me to make this item did email me and said do whatever I thought was best. If no sword at all, that's fine, or she could sort something for a sword. In the end, I went with a solution which I'm still not 100% comfortable with, but I've gone ahead and done it. And if the person in question is not happy with what I've done, then she can remove and just get rid, and that'll be that. Because the one I have made will just either be a keychain or a backpack buddy. So technically not really a toy, and I'll make it clear that she tells him that it's not a toy. And I am, of course, talking about the little Link, or Linky Dink, as I've been calling him. If you watched Wednesday, you would realise that I really have no clue who this character is. But there he is. From The Legend of Zelda. Only one of my children knew him. And it's only because he was a guest star on Mario Kart, which has nothing to do with The Legends of Zelda anyway. So this pattern came from crochetlandia.com.br. I will link where I got the pattern down below. It is a paid for pattern, and it is a lovely, lovely pattern. It's just itty bitty. So there we have it. I have completed him. Would you like to meet my version of Link? He is waiting patiently in the bag. Now, one thing I didn't realise about the pattern until I got stuck in was you're not supposed to sew the hair on, you're supposed to glue it on. Which some of you think using hot glue on crochet items is cheating. But for someone like me, who at this present moment in time is not feeling 100%, I was like, I can do that. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. But it also didn't give any instructions as to what to do with the hat. And I thought, well, if it's going to be hanging off his backpack, then we don't want the hat to be removable, right? So what I actually did is I sewed the hat onto the hair first, then I glued the hat and hair combo onto the head, and I then glued the shield, words, Manfa, words, Glued the shield to his hand. You were supposed to make a little handle that fit over his hand and it was removable. But again, this isn't a toy version. This is more of a decorative piece to go on his bag. So I didn't think that would matter. And then with the sword, I have glued the sword in. But if you gave it a rough tug, mummy of child who will receive this, you will be able to get it out if you are not comfortable. I'm so sorry. I had lunch before I filmed because I was a little bit hangry. Mike will tell you. Anyway, so here's my link, guys. He's all done and completed. He is absolutely adorable. I love his hair. I think for a little elf warrior who does battle against evil things, how he has time to make his hair so presentable and luscious, I do not know. But there you go. There is the little link. So, like I said, I glued the little shield onto his hand. I've glued all of this on. None of this is removable at all. You can still see his little elvish or pixie ears, because I don't know what he is. And then on the back, there's the back of his hat. Look how adorable. There's the rest of his hair. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the sword. And as you can see, I did use the darning needle that Mike had rounded off the end, and I have glued it inside the back of this amigurumi. Now, like I said, with one massive yank, you should be able to get that out without causing too much damage to the ami itself. And it meant that he did have a sword, and if he is just dangling on a backpack, it shouldn't be an issue, because I'm pulling on it quite hard and it's not coming out. So hopefully it won't be an issue, but please remove it if you are not comfortable, mum who asked me to do this. Okay, and then obviously I glued the little blue bit on as well, and I didn't do the little sticky out bit for the hilt because I was struggling to do rounds of just 4 stitches anyway. So I literally just did a long tube and shoved it on the end. So it isn't quite authentic, but it's authentic enough, I think, to hang off a backpack. So there he is. He is done. He is completed. And also the mum that has asked me to do this agrees that he is just a smidgy bit too tiny, and that she is more than happy for me to try and attempt double stranding the yarn that I've got, even if it just makes it a smidgy bit bigger, so that he can have one to actually play with and one to actually decorate his bag with. Obviously the one he's going to play with, I am not doing this. That one may not have a sword at all, just so that you know, and I plan to work on him next week. So there we have it, link. There he is, all finished. I used various colours of Stylecraft Special DK, which is a lightweight 3, and I used, if it's still in here, yes it is, sorry it's tangled in the yarn, my 3mm dots, so itty bitty tiny, but worth it. So there we go, all various colours of Stylecraft. It's all acrylic, and I'm not going to go through the stats because
talking.
Yeah. So there we go, link. Well, the little decorative link is done at least. Now we forge ahead to do the bigger link. So I'll keep you up to date with that as the days progress. The next thing is, of course, my mum, not my YouTube mum, my actual mum, asked me to make her a hat and a scarf for Christmas. I showed you the yarn I intended to use. I asked you guys if you knew of a simple half double crochet beanie hat that I could make, because after doing my swatches and samples video last week, I realised that half double crochet made the yarn, or in my opinion, I liked how the half double crochet worked up the best. And then my wonderful friend Merrymaker, she's got a channel, go check her out, go be her friend because she's awesome. She very kindly did a mini tutorial on how to make the half double crochet beanie, and we are filming this on Thursday the 23rd of November 2023, and I had a really lazy morning and sat in bed all morning and made me mum's hat. So thank you, Becca over at Merrymaker. I really appreciate it because, like I said, I need to plonk it on my mum's head to see if it fits, and then if it does, I just need to snip off and weave in the end, and the hat bit's done. Easy peasy. Brilliant. Lovely tutorial. I love how she explained the maths element of it as well, or math as you guys call it. But yeah. Now, what I did do is the tutorial that Merrymaker did, she used a 4-weight yarn, and the yarn I chose is a 3-weight, so I double stranded it. See, I'm still attached to the 2 strands. So I double stranded my 2 3-weights to make it more like a 4-weight, and she used a 4.5 on her tutorial. I used a 5 because I'm an extremely tight crocheter, and I know that whatever hook anybody uses on any pattern, I need to go bigger. It's just something I've figured out over the course of time. But by her giving me like the math to make sure I've got the right amount of inches, and I tried it on my own head as well because it's my mum, it's fine. You know, and it's going to be a while until it's gifted to her anyway. But she's coming round today for early birthday celebration. Not today when you're watching, Thursday that we're filming. For early birthday celebrations for my soon-to-be 16-year-old. I'm going to make her close her eyes so she can't see the yarn, and I'm going to plonk it on her head and see if she's comfortable and see where it sits on her, what we call lugs, her ears. And then if it's fine, like I said, I'm just going to snip off, weave in the ends, and the hat portion is done. So thank you very, very much. Because this, on me, I have got a ponytail in, but this on me, without a ponytail, I look awful in hats. Don't laugh at me. It does cover pretty much the whole of my ear, and that's what I like. And my mum wants her ears covered. Like, she even wouldn't mind if I had done like those ear flap cover things. And if she still wants them, I'll do them. I'll just add them on. But yeah, kind of matches my jumper, you know. But I'm not a hat person. Hats don't look good on Manfa. And it's such a shame, because if they did, I'd make a butt ton of them. Because they're quite quick makes, aren't they, really, hats? But yeah, it's just literally simple half double crochet. You obviously do your increasing, and then you just go round and round and round until it's big enough. But Becca will tell you that in her tutorial. So I will link Becca's channel down below. So go check her out, become her yarny friends and family, because, you know, spread the yarny love. But I will also link that tutorial as well. If you've never made one and you want to, it's there for you. She may have done it specifically because, you know, I needed it, but anyone can use it. It's the beauty of YouTube, right? You don't have to be called Manfa, and you don't have to be Manfa's mum who's going to get the hat. Anyone can do it. So this was the Stylecraft colour twist. So a lot of Stylecraft featured, because actually my my last make in a minute is made with Stylecraft. It's a very what's the word, readily available acrylic here in the UK. It is pretty much our workhorse, a bit like your guys' Red Heart. It's softer than Red Heart. I think a little bit cheaper than Red Heart. And for a 3-weight, it is a thin 3-weight. It's not a nice, healthy, plumpy 3-weight. It is on the little thin side. But it's just our generic bog standard yarn. This one's a bit more expensive because they went all fancy and twisted lots of different colours in it. It's not just the normal stuffs. So this is a little bit more expensive, but it's still not expensive, you know, relatively. So there we go. And this is in Night Sky. And I got that from Tracy at Crochet Rocks from her website, Hobby Rocks. So thank you, Tracy. If that hat is big enough, I'm going to snip off. I've got these 2 floppy bits of these, and then I have 3 whole ones left to make Mum's scarf. So hopefully I will have a scarf to show you next week to go with the hat. That's the plan. And a bigger link to go with the mini link. That's my plan. So my plans for next week are pretty much the same as this week, just different elements of it. So I think that's all right. And this one is living in my Moo bag that Crafty Moo Sarah actually gifted to me when I won her giveaway. So if you don't know my friend Crafty Moo, go check her out as well, seeing as I mentioned her. I'll put her channel link down below. She has a lovely little channel, she does. And she's an absolutely awesome human being. Everyone we talk about on our channel are awesome human beings, else they wouldn't be worth a mention. Just saying. So, the last thing is, of course, my finished Luck of the Draw 8. No, I am not going to get to 15 weeks. We knew I wasn't going to get to 15 weeks because it has to be a specific size. And if you're doing a square, it has to be 40 inches by 40 inches. So when I left you last week, I thought I could do another bit of the mane, another colour, and maybe a little border in the mane. Well, the little border in the mane didn't happen because when I finished the mane and the next colour, I was bang on 40 and I was like, I can't put anything else on that. That's against the rules. So it's going to have to be a borderless blanket. But I think that's okay because, you know, whatever little kiddie has it on their bed and they end up taking it home, they're not going to care it's not got a border on it. They're really not. They're just going to be grateful to have a homemade blanket that someone, you know, thought about them and cared enough to make for them, which is the whole point. So there was one colour. I got to 7 colours. There was one colour I never got to use, which does make me a little bit sad, but that's okay because it can be used in a different project. Remember Max picked my colours? He was the one that labelled the ball bands. And if you don't know what Luck of the Draw 8 is, I may as well explain it, show you mine, and Mike can show you his, and we can wrap this up. It was the brainchild of Nancy from Nan's Next Knots. Excuse me. I thought I was going to get through a whole video, clearly not. Nan's Next Knots. She had this wonderful idea that if you had a main colour and 8 other colours, and then she randomly picks the numbers out of a hat, she takes all the stress out of your project for you. Because, you know, not everyone's good at putting colours together. Some people really like the scrappy look of all these colours that shouldn't go together, but they're in one project anyway. I mean, it can be whatever you like, guys. And you do main colour, the number that's picked, main colour, the number that's picked. Normally, lasts 20 weeks. This time, because Nan's a little bit poorly, Creations by Jax and Charmed Grammy Crochet, that's Jax and Lynette, they asked Nan if they could do a Boggy Creek edition because we're all doing the blanket drive for Boggy Creek Camp. And she said, yeah, no worries. They're only doing it for 15 weeks because we need to get these blankets to Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too. She is like the poster lady of this blanket drive because it was her mum that kind of started this thing off, and she's the one that's collecting them, and she's going to hand deliver them, I think at the beginning of February. So we need to get our blankets in. Now, if you're in the US, that's not going to be a bit of an issue, is it? Because you're all in the US. But for us, we're in the UK, and sending things overseas takes a lot longer. So we need to get ours done and washed and boxed up and ready to go a bit quicker than you guys. So I wasn't sad that mine stopped at colour number 7 because now I have 4 blankets to give in, and hopefully if Mike powers through like he is, you'll see him powering in a minute. Not actually powering, but what he has powered through. We'll have 5 between us to send, which I think is awesome and is a good attempt, and quite frankly quite a lot to ship over to the US. So, you know, I feel like we have achieved what I wanted to be a part of, because I just felt like I needed to be a part of it this year. And I have been. It's been awesome. But you have to go to Jax and Annette to know the numbers. Mike and I aren't going to tell you the numbers because that's not our job. It's not, because Jax and Annette are doing this. This is their thing. But I got to colour 7. And here she is. I don't know if you can see that way.
My way, that's it. And then it needs to go up, obviously. But you're not going to get it all in one, so.
No.
But you can see the centre.
Yeah.
And it goes up the colours.
Yeah.
So.
And like I said, I didn't have any room for a border, but it's okay. It is. It's okay. I'm sure the kiddies will love it. But those are the colours that my Max chose, and the only colour that unfortunately didn't get to go in was yellow.
I forgot something.
What?
I haven't shown my
Exactly. I'm still talking. You go grab it. Yeah. So yellow didn't go in to this blanket. But like I said, that's okay. We use Stylecraft. Look, that whole tote there is the 3-weight Stylecraft we have. And then there's a tote further down that's got the 4-weight Stylecraft that we've got. So Stylecraft is always in our stash, guys. We are never going to run out of it. And if we do start getting low, we'll just buy some more because it's super reasonable priced. But there we have it. Now, some of the colours are being washed out. They're not accurate at all. But that's okay. I'm sure when they get sent to Nancy and she does it on her unboxing live, you'll see the true colours. Because everyone over there's equipment's much better than mine, quite frankly. So there we have it. My 4th and final Boggy Creek blanket done and dusted. So 3 FOs for Manfa, but that's only because she's been as sick as a pig and had more time than normal, to be honest, because anything more than sitting on a butt and I'm like a limp lettuce and a coughing mess. So I'm going to give my voice a rest and I'm going to let Mike show you his.
So obviously the Boggy Creek edition has been explained, so I'm just going to show you what I've done so far. And there we go.
The back.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because your tail is here.
Oh, okay. I'm showing you the back. There you go. So I'm using a lot of Stylecraft. My main colour is red. If you saw the Whip Wednesday, you'll know that I was on the blue, and I've done the rest since then.
Well, you had just started the green on the Wednesday because you did this in the crochet and chat.
Oh yeah. So
you just started the green on Wednesday, but now you've gone on.
Yes. So now I am powering through to the next colour.
The red is from Hobie. It's a Mega Ball.
Yes.
It's all 4-weight.
So Aaron.
I used 3-weight. Mike used 4-weight.
I have. I'm also using a 6mm hook for clover.
Yeah.
And this
used
this colour is the colour I'm using right now. It is a Heather or Highland Heather.
It's still Stylecraft.
But
I used a 5mm with my 3-weight one.
Yep, and that was that. Now, I did show this on a live. But I haven't shown it on this particular segment. So I have an FO too.
The second hug is complete. He has no hugs on his hooks right now, guys.
No, I have got one in the pipeline, but I have no hugs on my hook at the moment. But here is the small little shawlette I was doing. It's quite the ring span still.
Yeah.
So it wraps around your neck, but
frontward facing on your neck.
So like this.
Yeah. Juan style.
And that's that. I finished it.
Where that stitch marker is, guys.
Yeah.
That's all he had left, and that's what he got done.
I added to this, by the way.
And this is made with Hobie Butterfly.
It is. I added to it as well. So obviously it was getting to the red bit. So where can you see there is where it should have finished. I added an extra 5 rows.
Yeah.
Just to give it the finish that I wanted.
Yep. And to make it a little bit longer.
And to make it a little bit bigger, yeah, because it is a small thing. But it is a very easy...
What's it called?
Into the Mystic Shawl by Mailo Design.
There you go, I'll link it down below. That one is a paid pattern.
It is a paid pattern. It is very beginner friendly.
But so texturous. And it has real kind of aesthetically pleasing qualities to it, and it is squishy.
And I think,
it really is.
I think if you do what the pattern says with the colours, it will look amazing. I just let the colours flow, but if you do what the pattern says with the colours and mixing them up in different rows, it would just...
And FYI, something that you haven't told them since you began making that hug is there was another colour in that Hobie Butterfly that he removed. Yes. Because in both of our opinions it was gross.
Yes, it was like a lime sick green.
Yeah, it wasn't a nice green. And no offence to anyone who loves all greens, but this was a really particularly gross green.
I've still got quite a bit of that butterfly left.
Yeah, but that's okay because it can be caked and put in the scrap bin. All the style craft that I put in the lock of the drawer, I'm going to have to cake that and put it in the scrap bin. When I finish doing the second link, that will have to be caked and put in the scrap bin. But it's good because it gives us more fodder for our tiles of the week, which, by the way, I hope you have seen it. My internet was a jerk again, and as we're filming on Thursday, it still hasn't uploaded, and it is 10 to 2 in the afternoon. Normally my videos drop at 8 o'clock my time, so it is incredibly late. It's like 6 hours late, so I do apologise. I'm doing the best I can with the crappy internet that I've got. I will get you content as soon as I can get you content, guys. And hopefully that one will finish uploading, and as soon as it's finished I'm going to get this one started, just in case. So hopefully this one uploaded on time, but who knows. So there you go. So actually there was 4 FOs and only 1 whip this time. Normally it's all whip, no FOs. So I think we're doing pretty well at the minute.
Yeah. I'm off work, so I have a little more time. But then, to be fair, I haven't touched it till the evening. But I am here, so I've managed to get tea done early.
He means dinner. We call dinner tea.
Everything that I need to get done early, so I can start earlier.
Yeah.
So
and today's going to be a bit of an issue because obviously we've got company. Yeah. Not today when you're watching. Today, Thursday, when we're filming. Because we've got people coming for dinner and stuff and birthday celebrations to be had. Yeah, so there may not be a lot of crochet done. But that's okay because I now have the weekend off. So I'm sure there'll be... Oh, but your Mike's going out for the day Saturday. He's taking birthday boy to spend his birthday moolah. Yes. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have a good time.
Indeed. So tomorrow we're hoping to go live. I don't foresee any reason why not, unless I literally take a real downward turn, which I don't think I will. So we'll do our normal live 4 PM Eastern, straight after the beautiful and lovely Granny D. Nothing on Sunday because I have Sundays off, but Monday you will have what should have been this week's magazine Monday, because my internet was a jerk again and wouldn't let me upload at all. So the video that was meant for this week is going to be next Monday, and then we have a Happy Mail come craft with me video, which I will be doing, and then I do believe we have the first part of our Christmas card exchange. So, and then it will be Tile of the Week again and Crochet Catch Up again. So you now know the whole week ahead, and we hope you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving yesterday. I hope it was everything you and your loved ones wanted, and that you had a lot of fun, love and enjoyment. But until you come round here tomorrow night,
stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Get a lot of FOs.
Get some good quality crafting time in. We will see you in the next one.
Or around the YouTube streets.
Bye guys. Love ya.
Bye.